tough question. So I'm going to turn it over to Tony. Here you go, buddy.
Thank you. John did real good that day. In fact, I had been with Rainbow Vacuum 25 years and had what I call tower talk. So when I got to talk with somebody in the tower, I grizzed them really hard. And I had to apologize today for being rude. I'm a disabled veteran, and I'm one of them veterans that you look at on the outside and everything looks well, but I had post-traumatic stress disorder, or I still do. But Protandim has made the difference in the fact that the nightmares have went away practically. I haven't woken up in the woods in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. thinking I was in Cambodia counting the number of NVA walking down the Ho Chi Minh Trail. All kinds of things like that. In fact, the last 5 years of my life, I've been a recluse because my temperament was so ill that I didn't even like being around myself, much less wanted to subject other people like John got subjected to, because I wasn't on Protandim yet when I met John. So, you know, when you hear people who say it changed their life, let me tell you what, gang, it has changed my life more than you could possibly imagine. If there's any veterans here, bless your heart, we thank you for serving your country, etc. But let me tell you what, gang, I truly believe that our Lord sent this product and guided Dr. McCord's hands and made it possible for us to have this product today. Now, this is the first time today in a week, or 3 times recently this week, I've got to see the sunlight. Last Friday, I went into the hospital for, the simple thing is to say, had brain surgery. And, you know, that might help, but that's not exactly what occurred, okay? It's a little bit more. 17 years ago, they cut my head open, okay, and removed the sinuses and sealed them up. And it was a 16-hour operation. I looked brown when I got out of the hospital a week later. I mean, I looked like somebody had beat my face with the butt end of an M16 rifle, okay? Last Friday, I went into the operating table at 9:30 in the morning and I got out at 5 instead of 16 hours. They cut a hole in my skull, okay? And they put a titanium plate in there because the infection had eaten a hole in the skull, okay? 1 hour after out of the operation, I didn't look any worse than I do right now. In fact, if you look at where they stuck me with a needle in my wrist is more bruised than my face. Now, I believe it's because of Protandim, but we have no scientific evidence to that, so we got to cover all those bases. But now that I have a titanium forehead, John, I want you to know, you only thought I was hard-headed. Gang, let me tell you what. This is the best opportunity. I spent 25 years selling Rainbow vacuums. And that's a tough business, gang. This is real simple, and this is an opportunity of a lifetime because this really does change people's lives. There's many in the room. So I would encourage you to get involved. It's, if you've ever wished you had more money or wished you were healthier, either way. But I appreciate you allowing me to step up here and witness for you this evening this wonderful opportunity and this wonderful product. Okay?
Tell us your name and where you're from.
My name is Lisa Dill, and I am from Colorado Springs. I'm actually a type 1 diabetic. I've been a type 1 diabetic for 38 years. I've been on an insulin pump for 28 years. And prior to being introduced to Protandim, my blood sugars were out of control, and my whole life actually was kind of much a mess. But I was being seen by an endocrinologist here in town for 18 months, a real aggressive German endocrinologist. We won't name names. And, and she actually sat me down after 18 months and said, Lisa, you and I need to have a serious conversation. She said, I feel like my team and I have failed you. We have done everything that we can do, and you're one of the few diabetics we've not been able to dial in. And so I kind of took that to heart. I didn't know what to do with it, but I took it to heart. And right after that, we were actually introduced to Protandim. And I really wasn't much interested in the business opportunity because I was not in a good state of mind. But my husband has a degree in economics, and he saw the business model as a huge opportunity. And and I believed in the product on a preventative measure. That was where I was at. And so when we were invited to look at the opportunity, we had a disagreement on what we were going to do with this. And I was telling Thomas, I'm like, the thing with this is people have to have an interaction with product for them to be able to want to continue taking the product. And so how are we going to do that? And that was my concern. And although we believed in it on a preventative measure. But what happened was this. We got the product. I actually forgot some of this. My blood sugars were elevated due to the stress in my life. I could make an adjustment. I could get up in the morning, make another adjustment, and within a matter of 2 or 3 hours, my blood sugar would be 300 or 400, just from the stress in my life. Normal blood sugars are 80 to 120, and consequently, it gave me nightmares. So every night, I had nightmares of people and animals trying to kill me. I also have an area on my leg. You guys can't really see it too well right now, but I have an area on my leg about the size of a grapefruit that I'm sure you're all aware that diabetics have a huge risk of having their limbs amputated. And I shared that with Patty Lamori when we first got on the product, or first got our product, because I had seen a general practitioner, a dermatologist, my endocrinologist, and I'd even seen a plastic surgeon, and nobody could do anything for my leg. I had open wounds, and the only thing they said that I could do was put A&D ointment on it and protect it, or I would end up losing my leg. So when I shared it with Patty, I said, everyone's putting this on their face. I'm going to just try a test, and I'm going to start applying it to my leg. And so her and I took a photograph of it that night, and right away it healed the wounds on my leg, and it's been healing my leg ever since. On the second night of the product, my nightmares stopped, my stress neutralized, and I slept good, I slept deep, and my blood sugars came right into alignment. So it entirely changed my world, and I have nothing but conviction to get this product out to people, and I strongly encourage everybody to really help us with this mission to be able to change the world. It's just, you have no idea what's knocking on people's doors, and you just need to have the opportunity to take time to listen. And you just listen to them, and no matter where you are, and you'll hear opportunities to be able to change people's lives. So, thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Eric Goldberg. I'm 21 and I'm a junior at UCCS right down the street. I play soccer there, and just to give you a little different perspective on Protandim, I've always been really blessed to be a healthy individual, but because I knew the science behind it, I decided to try Protandim and continue to take it. And the biggest difference that I've seen is I'm able to recover from a workout quicker. When we're in season, I'm usually working out about 2 times a day, and by the end of the week, I'd usually just be exhausted, dead tired. But 2 weeks after taking Protandim, I could be ready to go for another workout on Saturday or Sunday. So that's the biggest thing that I've seen. Another cool thing is that Protandim has been cleared by all the banned substance lists, so any athlete is safe to take it. Lots of athletes are very cautious about the supplements they take because all the supplements including steroids and different things like that, are all made at the same company.